So the wind blew this open and then the snow was falling inside, so look.
Oh my god, how did
Like
you
covered
sleep?
covered in the snow inside.
Oh my god,
So
I can't believe that you could sleep really inside the snow.
yeah. Hello my friends, just about to go back in the bush. The night in the Quincy was awesome. It felt really good, really warm in there. Almost too hot in the -40 sleeping bag. It got I got sweaty. I had to remove layers. During the night, there's a bit of like the floor was cold, the ground, so I'm gonna have to put some spruce or pine branches to like insulate from the cold ground. So we built all that with a tiny shovel that's like extendable, so that was good. That was a good buy we had at Canadian Tire yesterday. If you want to watch a video of the tools we bought to survive, or that, like I say, I mean like, cause it's all of us together, but that I bought yesterday from to survive in the winter for the whole winter with a tiny little budget. We're gonna see how much we spent. We got some tools. I got some on my belt. I got a little axe, a little full bladed knife. It's really good to cut trees, some dead wood, some paracord. This one I'm not sure it's gonna work, but I want to try it. It's like a little wire to saw trees. Some tarps. Well, this I already had in my bag, but I bought some more tarps, so it's been good for to lay on the ground so the sleeping bag doesn't get wet. And we're gonna use one to build to do the top of a shelter today. It's past 3 p.m. Sun is going down. Also got a machete with the saw on it. Got a big saw. And some film gear. Like, it was freezing yesterday and the battery were draining, and I found this bag that my friends had given me like a couple months ago. Little lunch bag that's insulated, so keep your gear in there. Keeps it warm so that the battery doesn't drain too quick. So what we're gonna do right now is turn the camera around and there's a little forest, a little bush right in front of the house, and we're going to go find some dead trees together that we can use to build a shelter. So we're gonna cut them. If they're standing dead trees, it's easier because they stay dry. But if they've fallen, and it seems like they've fallen recently, it's gonna be good wood, good dry wood, because we're gonna make a fire. Now we have some left, some firewood left that we were using to burn the sacred fire in the teepee that was standing right here, like last month, but we took the teepee down. So now, time to build those survival shelters, all in a circle around the fire that we'll put right here. Sacred fire, I believe it will be. And my friends, this comes from a vision, a dream I've had when I was in Manitoulin Island a couple months ago. I woke up at a dream that I was living in the forest during winter with traditional lodges built in a circle around the fire, and I was living there with friends. So now I was going to do that this week. I wanted to go in the bush, but my friends needed help with the house to protect this house. We'll tell you, watch the latest the last video, you'll see what we're doing at this house. But now I said, like, where's the teepee? Are we gonna get another teepee? And I said, like, didn't have planned for it, so I said, well, let's build the lodges right there instead of going in the forest. We can go later. So we're building, those are survival shelters. If you lack electricity or whatever, or you go in the bush, we're gonna build a few different survival shelters that you can do with materials that you can use, that you can find around. There are some shelters that we're gonna build in minutes. I've already seen stuff around the house that we can use. to put a shelter up if you're like lost during the night and you need a place to stay. Well, maybe you focus on building the fire and make like a quick shelter. So that's gonna be lots of fun. So now we're gonna head to the bush on the other side and go collect some wood, not firewood, some wood, some trees to build a shelter. Well, my friends, that was meant to be a good camera shot, crossing the streets with the tools and then go get back the camera because I just have one. When I got over the like mountain of snow on the other side, I dug in the snow like just poof, through the snow. There's a bunch of it on the other side. I had snow up to here. It was kind of like hard snow. My boot was stuck. I couldn't move. So yeah, we'll go put snowshoes and go back to the forest. Now I will I will use this video shot to get to the other side. Well, that was much better and much easier to go across because there's like a little creek down by the side of the road, and like I dug through the snow up to my waist almost. So snowshoes. Whoops. That was not planned, and I have snow down in my pants, in my butt crack, or just up. All right, back to the trees. We got the tools. We got the little forest around us. It's tiny, but it's good. I see some fallen trees. I'm gonna clean that. Use them to build shelter. So sometimes you don't even need tools to build a frame of your shelter. So no need for a saw and machete. We'll just look, little fallen tree, dry. I think I can just pull it out and grab a couple of them. We'll build like a tripod frame. Use some of the rope, or you can use sinew. Sinew, there's like artificial one, and I still need to find some. I don't know. I'll have to ask my friends. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like the moose gut. Build rope with it. Well, like a string that's really strong. So yeah, we'll get some of those. But we do have string in a bag, and we bought rope. We have the paracord as well to use. So we'll tie little teepee frame, put a tarp. We found one yesterday building the Quimsy by digging. Found the tarp. The skirt that we were using inside the teepee was buried in the snow to protect from the cold air, to make like a air gap between the outside and the fire inside to keep the warmth. So we'll use that, build a teepee with it. That might even be too long. We'd get like a full up teepee, but we just want to make it a little one. You could make a little fire in the middle, I think, like a tiny one, just to keep warm. But it should be good. If I cut this in two, then I got two of the tree poles I need. Oops. I threw it and the end broke, but that's okay. It will be a little firewood. Oh, there's another one. I think it's in the shot. It's good. I don't have to move the camera. Ow! Ah! Oh, that hurt. Branches slapped my face. Maybe because I didn't offer tobacco to the forest to take from Mother Earth. So I forgot. I have some in my pocket, so let's offer tobacco right now. So we're going to thank Mother Nature for what she's giving us. I don't have much left. I do lots of offerings. A little bit of sacred tobacco of Sema for Mother Earth to thank for all that she's given us, and the trees that I'm taking right now to build shelters to protect me, protect the people that will come around the fire. So I take some tobacco and miigwech and say miigwech. Thank you for all that we have. There we go. The first time somebody gave me tobacco or told me to give tobacco, I'm like, what if I don't smoke, or if they don't smoke? I didn't know. I didn't know about the wisdom, the teachings that I would receive from the indigenous people, from the Anishinaabe people. I've come a long way on my journey across Canada on my mountain bike. For every child matters, for the missing and murdered indigenous women, for peace and love and harmony around this world, for forgiveness. It's been quite a journey. I learned a lot, received a lot of teachings, and I'm really, really grateful for it. So now that we've made our offering, go back to collect wood to at least build a tripod structure for the little teepee that we can build. And here's some birch bark. Really, really good to start a fire. That tree's dead too, but luckily, when you cut a live tree and you say thank you and you're using it, you cut it really close from the ground. I hear sometimes they're young sprouts that will, like the tree's not dead, the roots are good and it's gonna grow back. So, but this one looks dead. It's broken, but it's got lots of dry birch bark on it. That's really, really good to start a fire. So I normally carry a bag in my pocket that I don't have, but let's use this pocket right here in my coat and keep this around, because we can surely use it. Actually, I could just break it off and bring it with me. Very, very good fire starter. Woo! And there's some shavings left you can take. There we go. When you're in nature, you take only what you need to survive, and Mother Earth will always provide for you. That's like a fire in the making. You can even use this as firewood. Well, my friends, I thought I'd get to use my tools, but Mother Nature is providing all that we need. I just found, like, I'm just not even like 20 feet into the little forest, into the bush, and I got like one more dead tree that was just hanging. Now, of course, if it's dead and dry, it's really easy to break. So it's good for firewood, especially because it was standing dead tree, so it's pretty dry. But for now, for tonight, we'll just use it to build a quick shelter, because it's about to get dark. And we want to go for a snowshoe expedition just to get the sunset. So, yeah, we gotta make this a quick shelter. Now we're gonna use those as poles for a quick teepee. Now we're going for a snowshoe expedition because, I mean, sun is going down. So, we'll see you after. We'll do the shelter this evening and be ready for the night. Maybe start a little fire too. So we're climbing the top of Grow Cap. So go on the other side. There's one cap, and then up there is where we were for tea yesterday at like 10:59 p.m. And now we're going back up for the sunset, which is about to happen. So we gotta go up. See you up there.
Oh, it's flat now. Completely gone.
That's it.
Vibration. Talk.
Come on.
Oh, it's coming in.
So when you talk, the vibration is making it full. I see the ripples in the tree and it's making the sand go again. Activation.
Oh, what is that?
This is us reporting in from Creation Nation, Alien Nation, some volcanic activity happening over here on the west end of the 705. Get over
Again? Don't know what's happening.
What is happening?
That's cool. I was like 5 minutes late for sunset. It's so cool. It's like a column of red.
They're little too
We're like just a couple minutes late for sunset. Oh, it's still there. It's beautiful. Beautiful. You saw water boiling? It wasn't hot. I touched it. It was an acid. It didn't burn. Don't know what it was. We'll see. We'll find out. It's like turtles' heads breathing through the sand. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Take a picture.
I thought it was, and
But don't go too far behind.
because I didn't see anything.
Look at the pine tree behind me. I think it's pine, right? Like the needles are all pointing. Wait, where am I? Like that way. Means the wind is like coming so strong in that direction. I guess all the needles from the trees pointing that way. So I just asked the tree if I could take some medicine from it. And it proved so. Those pine needles will make a good tea later. Or maybe right now if my friend brought water, I don't know. Miigwech. Yeah. Take some more for my friends. Miigwech. So we have enough needles to make a very good tea. Now I got a birch bark in my pocket, some needles, pine needles. Look at what my friends found. Little tiny bird nest. So cool. It's still tiny. Well done, with some grass and some little pieces of paper, I think, stuck together. It's really cool. And like, look at Lake Superior back there. Lake Superior, I read on the sign, is 10% of the fresh water of the planet is on Lake Superior. It's the biggest freshwater resource in the world. So we've got to protect it. Really got to protect it. And those guys, my friends, there we go, are the protectors of the waters, the native people. They're here to protect the water, the land, the animals, the trees. And when you do good things come back to you. And that's why you need to help the indigenous people on their journey. It's time for peace between the white man, the red man, the yellow man, the black man, all nations. coming together. Because we need to protect our land, our planet. Hey, Miigwech for being here with me. It's awesome. Got the sunset, late sunset. Big spear at Grow Cap. And we'll go back to the little teepee we're building later. But that was a nice pause. Nice break. I had to work for like 10 minutes collecting the wood in the bush. Got the top there. See on the other side. Look at the view around. It's amazing. So that's where it's hard to see on the camera. That's where we parked back down there. Walked all the way up back there. Yesterday we went through the bush. Had quite a hill to climb with the snowshoe late at night. Came from there. Somewhere there's the airport. Somewhere back there I think is Sault Ste. Marie. We're back there. I don't know, I'll have to look at the map. And there's the United States on that side. So in Sault Ste. Marie there's a bridge going from Canada to the United States. And Lake Superior all around us. And I wonder if we can go hike up that cliff because it looks super awesome up there. Getting cold. See you back at the lodge. So my friends, we're back from the snowshoe expedition. Now we're gonna work on that wood we got earlier. Like that can serve like just start a fire later. Well, like we got a birch bark we can use. We'll go find some little twigs and can start a fire in front of the mini teepee that we're gonna build. Now a traditional teepee, let me show you because it was right here before. It's built with 13 poles, and there's a meaning behind each pole. We got some of the poles that I found when I was digging to build the Quimsy back there yesterday. So that's the lodge that we built. Well, that you and I guys built together yesterday. So slept in it last night. If you want to see the build, you check the video. Gonna put the link. Might pop up. Yeah. So those poles were under the snow there when we were digging around. So I took them out. The poles, well, they're trees, like spruce trees or balsam trees, I believe. So when we built, they're quite long. They must be about 20 feet, 18 feet, 20 feet, I don't know. So you find the tree that you like, you go offer tobacco, sacred tobacco, sema, cut it down, and then you can use the tree, take the branches off. You can keep to do bedding, which is great, and then or isolation on the walls, and then remove the bark with a blade, and then you have the poles. They'll dry off like that and be very, very strength. Lots of strength. You can put some, what's it called? Like sealant, like some varnish on it, if you like. Yeah. So those are the dead trees that we found this afternoon, just in the bush, in front of the house. Took like a little bit longer, like setting up the camera, but seriously, you can do it in 5 minutes. Just at the edge of the forest, we found 3 of them. We can probably, I don't know what height I want the teepee to be at. Let me like set down the camera and then put up the tripod like further so that we can see. It might just be too tall, and they're kind of like dead wood dry, so they're just kind of flimsy. Yeah, I'll cut them in half and then build a little shelter, because the smaller the shelter is, as long as you can fit inside, then you can keep more warmth. And we're going to use the tarp that I found under the snow digging yesterday as well. So you want to use the materials that you have around you. If it's getting dark, just like it is right now, and you have to build a shelter, well, use what you can find around. So those trees, if you're in the complete darkness, if you have a light, you're in the forest, you're going to find some dead trees that have fallen, that are not too big, that you can break yourself. You see, this afternoon I had a bunch of tools with me, but I didn't need anything. So we're going to use just what we have. We found the tarp right here, like the skirt of the teepee. That was just like some kind of cloth material that was wrapped around for protection, for warmth. So we're gonna use that to make the tarp around the teepee. Might build a little fire knot in front of the door, or I'd have to build a bigger teepee if I want to put the fire in the middle and sleep on the side. I'll see about that. But it's gonna be a really tiny one, so it could be like a tiny little fire, but what's the point of that? Because I don't know where I want a teepee, because right in the center there's gonna be the fire, and then the lodges, the shelters, the survival shelters all around it, or traditional shelters. So let's start working. So finally gonna use one of the tools that I bought yesterday. If you want to see the video about that, what we got to survive all winter, you're going to check the link of the screen or down below. So that's one of them. It's awesome. Machete, and it's got a saw on the other side. I could do it with a knife as well. Just use like a piece of tree to tap on the knife, and then you can cut it like that. Like just do a notch and then you can break it in half. But let's find the middle of that one, because it'll be like, it'll be way too high. I'm gonna lose a lot of heat if I make it like too big of a shelter. Although I could do a fire in the middle and sleep around. But that one is strong. That one is a little small, so there's not enough strength at the top. So better cut it in half. And then we can use the rest for firewood. Yeah, perfect. So this, listen, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never built a shelter like that. I've set up one teepee helping guys. They were telling me what to do. So don't rely on me for, like, I'm learning with you guys. But I'm doing what my heart is telling me to do. So today was to build yeah, that should be long enough. If it's standing like that height, they're gonna be tied here. That gives you enough space to sit. No, it'll be at the top. A little longer. There we go. So right there, I think. So that's about 6-7 feet. Okay. That's not the best blade. I mean saw, but it works. And now we can just break it at this point. Okay, there's one. That I can just break firewood, and then cut the other ones at the same height. It's about there, just under that notch. There we go. You could just break it, but I want it to be like broken, kind of where cut. This one is bigger. This one is bigger and stronger. So it's be good to have a blade. Because if I try to break it, you can put it between two trees, and then just use it as leverage and break it. But I want it to be cut at this side, so. Happy with this saw machete. Ooh, don't do that. Okay. So that's gonna be good for firewood. Yeah. And then tarp. Yeah. Essentially, it's gonna hold like that. I might have cut them a little too long, but that's totally okay. So now we'll tie them together. We got some paracords that we had bought yesterday. So essentially there's four little rolls of 9 feet, but we really don't need much. So if you got like some sinew, some little rope, anything really, you can even use cedar, like the fiber from. We'll show you another time how to use it to make rope, because I'm learning. I've never done it. So essentially, so I take the little roll of rope, and we're gonna do a knot I used when I was a firefighter. It's called the nerd cabestan, or I don't know if it's cabestan knot, I don't know. But essentially, hold the rope. Oh, hard to see a black rope on, maybe over the snow, I don't know. But like, you're gonna loop. So on one hand you loop that way, and on the other hand you loop the opposite way. So so it does like that, and like that. I used to be really good with knots, but I kind of lost it now. Oh yeah, you go across, and then so there you got your 2 loops. Can we see? We'll have to do that during the day, but you get your 2 loops. So cross your hands, get 2 loops, and then come in the middle, and that's gonna go around the biggest of those 3 trees that we had. So the loops, and then we're gonna have extra rope on there, which is great. It's gonna be useful to tie the tarp. So really hard to see. Let's use that lamp so you can see. So the knot goes around the stick. Now if you I should record during the day, I guess. So now we got this well tied. I didn't think where it was going to go, and like I need to shovel first, so I think like right there has been shoveled a little bit, so I'll build it right there. Proof. Yeah, it's perfect. So bring the lights. Shovel a bit first. That'd be good snow to build another Quincy too. Might build one right there. Yeah. So push the snow that way, So as always, I didn't have a plan, but the snow that was removed made it so that the little teepee is going to be right there next to the Quincy. In the Quincy yesterday I removed the snow up to the ground, so there's just a tiny bit of it in the Quincy. But snow acts as isolation, so I think it'll be better to just leave like a little bit. Plus, it's like soft when you sleep on it. So in the little teepee, leave a bit of snow there. All right, that's enough. So that leaves like a little tiny mountain that started to build another Quincy, like the one we built yesterday, and now enough room for the little teepee to come here. What just happened? Camera went out, but we did a little tripod. So building a bit like, because we had 9 feet of rope, right? So I just went around. Well, the first one was tied, and then went around the other two a couple of times, just like a teepee. If you want to make a teepee with 13 poles, well, then you just add the poles one after the other to make a nice crown. They got to sit on top of each other, not like one piled up, because that's how we built it the first time, with people that like had not put together many teepees before, and it was a bit crooked, so we didn't have a nice crown. And then when the experienced firekeepers came and put together a lot of teepees, they showed us. It was awesome. It was beautiful. So yeah, just put a little knot we can undo, and now we got the frame of a shelter. There's the entrance going to be right here, close to the fire in the center, and that's it. Now we're going to put the tarp on top of it. Just might spin it a little bit. I don't know if that light's helping or not. It's not much. It's good like when you're inside. I'll try the lamp on the tripod after. So now let's get the tarp. This I might want. Because if you want to lay on in there, it show the ground. Like you gotta be able to stretch, right? Because you could sit and be protected, but like in sleep with your head down. Now you'll be protected from the wind. But if you want to lay, we'll need a little more space. So we'll spread the legs a little more. Now I'll go get the skirt right there. But you can use, if you don't have a cloth, you can use a blankie, a big blankie, a thick one. It's gonna make a good insulation. A tarp, plastic sheet, plastic wrap. Even if you are like saran wrap or a commercial one for the pallets, but even saran wrap or roll, you go around a couple times. Now the phone is draining. It was at 15 like a minute ago. Now it dropped at 5.4, so we're gonna lose the camera. Whoa, the phone drains so fast in the cold. So and the light on the tripod ended up not working, so it's too bad. I never got to use it. Yeah, we'll put the tarp around. See, get it too old with the rope there. If it doesn't work, we'll get a tarp. And but I'm confident it will work just by wrapping it a few times. Like maybe 2 layers, and then no, actually I need the door. I haven't thought about it. It's doing it with no plans. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't really work. It didn't really work. Well, I mean, no. I mean, look at that. Would be something to protect you from. Yeah, where's the... Like, could protect from the snow a little bit, like the wind, I mean. But not really. Not really. So let's go back to the drawing board. We'll get a tarp instead, and then I can tie it with the loops at the top. It's gonna be much bigger than that little skirt as well. We need more poles to make that skirt work. No, but it's all like frozen solid because it was buried under the snow. So I don't know. Let's play with it. I'll turn the cell phone off because like battery's draining so quick, and I'll think about it and maybe come back with a tarp. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, if you're really screwed, like that's good. Yeah, like you can lay a ball in there. But I mean, if it's super windy, yeah, no, that's no use. So we'll find another way. Be back with ideas, and it's dinner time. Okay, my friends, back to lodge building. So, like the one we started yesterday, a little too late. It looks like crap. Apparently tripod, like I then went inside and looked at videos of tripods, and it's kind of like not the use you have to like to put a tarp around. So what I'm gonna do is go get more poles. I do have those left from yesterday, but they're the tips and maybe not long enough. One is like longer from the trees that we got yesterday, but it's like not so strong. So, but essentially, I'm gonna go get more poles, and then instead of that tarp that's not long enough, that was used as a skirt inside a teepee, I'm just gonna use a tarp like the one that's covering the wood there. I have one like the same. I could take that one, but let's keep it covering the wood, the firewood. I got another tarp inside that I'm going to use, make a shelter. And if that doesn't work, we'll go in the bush at the front to get the trees as well, the dead trees, and I might get a couple branches of spruce or pine in there if I could reach them, and if the trees would lend some branches for me, so that we can build like some kind of wall for protection. So yeah, so that's gonna be the project right now. It is getting close to sunset again. It's like every day I start doing the shelters a bit too late. I had a bunch of stuff to run today to do, and like edit the video, because now we're like 2 days behind on the video, so I gotta edit them, upload them, all that stuff. I'm used to do videos on my phone for social media, like quick ones under a minute. I record a lot and then try to trim it down under a minute. Now I did a lot of editing, but it's The first video was an hour and 30 minutes long, so that was a lot of editing. And then when I tried to upload it on the phone, there's not enough space. I had to clean the whole phone. That took so long. Get all the videos out, and then there was so much stuff on the phone that I just couldn't go through, like through the computer, looking the files, looking through the phone. It was quite a headache, so that took a long time. So anyways, now we're out. We'll go collect the wood. I won't bring the camera with me. Well, I'll have the camera, but not the tripod and all this stuff, because you've seen me collect some trees yesterday, and then we'll bring it back here, finish the shelter, and there's we might have to go on reserve a little later. We'll see when my friends come back to get some teachings. So which is great. And if I can, because I slept for 2 nights in the Quimsy now, it's been amazing. But my friends came and brought me tea this morning, like the neighbors up the street, and I was sleeping in there because I went to bed pretty late, and I was still sleeping, and they came and they were like, hello, hello, and I couldn't hear at first because the sound barrier from the snow is so good. But then when I was took me like, I don't know, 5-6 minutes or something just to get out of the sleeping bag, like get my boots on, my coat on. There's not enough space in there, so I'll try to dig a little more from inside to make it a little bigger, so that there's some space to move around. The warmth is pretty good. Like it's good when it's small, but it's so, like, if you're claustrophobic right now, you won't enjoy it so much. So I'll make that bigger. But it's been 2 great nights. Last night was awesome. I slept really well in there. So that's the project for today, for what, day 3 now. I thought I've had that done yesterday, but we just started too late, and it's gonna get dark again, and there's just so much stuff happening and doing. So all happens on creator's time, my friend, and we can't be rushing through life. Like, it happens when it happens. So there you go. We'll be heading that way. I was thinking of putting my snowshoes on. I was grabbing them to go across the street, but then I thought, wait, we cleaned a little forest, tiny, in the backyard the other day to cut the dead trees so that we could have firewood. But then, at that time, I was just thinking about dead trees for firewood, like the big ones, the big logs. But now I'm thinking, wait, I'm just looking for like little sapling kind of trees that are dead. Maybe we'll find that. So I'm gonna go with actually no snowshoes, just the boots, and just check in the backyard if we have what's available right there. See, there was already a little tripod built that a friend of ours had built this summer just to dry meat from hunting. So, like, we could have used that one and just build a shelter in it. Like, that would have been so quick. Or look, shelter, like just a cabin. You can make that the shelter. Like, you're lost, you're in a city, like a ghost town. Just go in there, make a shelter. You can even make, like, I wouldn't recommend it. I was firefighter, right? But if you make a little fire that you control in there. No, okay, don't do that. Do it outside, in front, and then you can, get warm. Find some blankets, bring some snow. Snow is really good isolation, but yeah. Anyways, we can work with that to make a shelter another day. Now, going to pointing with my machete, going to the little bush right there. We'll find a couple little trees to finish the little teepee, which instead of a tripod is going to be a mini teepee, and that's going to be the shelter that we finished today, that we started yesterday. Hopefully finished today, and yeah, awesome. I totally could have used the snowshoes. It's not bad here, but back there I went pretty deep. So anyways, I forgot to make an offering of sacred tobacco to Mother Earth for the gifts that she's about to give me and you and us for the lodge. So we'll do that, and Yeah, I see. Where is it? What's behind those trees? I saw like a tree that looked dead, a small one. So we're gonna get that. A couple more. A TP has 13 poles and 2 poles in the back that serve to control the flaps. So 15 total, 15 poles. Now there's no flaps, and it's a tiny one, so I think we can do it much less than 13 trees to build a teepee. On this mini teepee, and like the little pine there is not too much garnish, or the ones in front of us. So I don't want to take those branches. I'll leave them be, and I'll use the tarp for now. I think before, like, I'll use what I have available before I go take from Mother Earth. But I'm sure she'll like, all that is provided, all that we need is provided, like just around the house right there, this little bush. So see you soon after collect the trees and make the offering. Well, that was just too funny. I had to share that. So I'm standing like right there when I do the video, right? And I'm like, well, I think I see some dead trees like back there, which is actually right there. I see it now. And then I just like step up, put a song in my ears, like way away, hey Yahweh, 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 ha Yahweh, oh day, the ancestor song, and I'm listening to it through my ear. Traditional song is just amazing, and the Red Shadow Singers, which I have 2 friends in a band, in a group, I don't know what it's called, are singing it. It's amazing. So I'll try to put a link to their song. So anyways, I just put that on, and then I look forward. I'm like, oh, I was looking for a standing tree, but then there's this one on the ground right there, like exactly what I need. And it's just right. Like, that'd be so awesome firewood too. Like, you collect all that, just so good to start a fire. Like the smaller logs. So you need the twinkles, like little branches, mini, to start a fire. Like so you start with the birch bark, and then you build it up with little twigs. Yeah, not twinkles, twigs, and then you can put those super dry wood. It's like almost as dry as a beech wood, and then you go bigger and bigger up to big logs. And then when you build a sacred fire, like, you can make it so big with so many logs and a massive fire. Quite beautiful. Sacred fire, not on camera though, because it's sacred. Everything's sacred. Sacred ceremonies, no cameras for that. So when I go, I can maybe tell you about my experience, but we won't be able to show everything that is sacred. So like, just so you know, if you come around the native people, the indigenous people, that's one thing to be really respectful of the traditions and sacred stuff. Like, the spirit doesn't like the camera, so like your camera might even break if you start recording. So yeah, just be respectful. So yeah, we'll get the wood right there for the poles. Like, we got all the poles. So I just said a video, like, oh, like, am I gonna find enough, like, oh no, and I said I'm gonna make an offering of tobacco, which, oh my god, I just forgot, I just didn't do, so I'm gonna do right now. And Mother Nature should provide all that we need. And then, like, less than 10 seconds later, bam, it's right there. So it's awesome. Creator, God, Creator, Allah, like whatever you believe in, my friend, will always provide. The universe will always provide for us. So just give gratitude every day. I'm so thankful for, like, I really don't have much. I live like very minimalist, and that's a choice I made. I was really sad, like depressed when I was firefighter. I had a good job, I had a good salary, a good pension plan, but I wanted to kill myself 5 years ago, and oh, it was just 3:33 on the counter. So for the video, I do have a short attention span, a little bit of ADHD. So yeah, I let others bully me all my life, treat me like, or it made me feel like I was worth nothing, and I wanted to die a couple of years ago, 5 years ago. I wanted to give up on my life, and now today I'm so happy and grateful for everything, all that I have. I have almost nothing, but I have all this world around me, and I know we're all connected, my friend. We're connected between each of us, and connected with all living things as well. So let's take care of Mother Nature. Let's do a gift of sacred tobacco to Mother Earth for providing this wood for the shelter, and I'll bring it to the front and finish building the shelter. And I'm talking too much again, so see you soon. Whew. Someday look, it's not much, but first time I use my little hatchet. Where's it? Here on the side. Damn, it's a sharp one. Be careful, guys, when you play with knives or hatchets. It's not much, but I chopped like this branch was a little too big to just break with my hands. I could have tried, but then I would have broken higher. So I just used the hatchet just to do a little notch, and then when I lift it up, then it's gonna break. But I was putting it back on the pocket, and my finger was like behind there trying to slide it in, and it just like touched the finger, and little cut. I mean, it's really not much, and I guess I'll just put some snow on it, and it'll heal. But be careful with blades, guys. I just wasn't right there. So yeah, when you're survival, you don't want to injure yourself. Like, be as careful as possible. If you do injure yourself, then there's gonna be some medicines you can get from the trees. We'll talk about that later, because I have absolutely no idea yet. I think the pine resin, but I don't know. I don't know for cuts. So I'll find out first. Ask some elders and the missing man, the missing women. Ask them what we use for cuts. So that'll be another teaching that you and I will receive, because I have no idea right now. Anyways, back to foraging wood. We got enough now to add to the mini-teepee. Gotta be closer. It gotta be like that. So we're gonna cut those pieces at the right size, the right length, to match the other ones. I'll be very approximate. I'm used to record like what do you say? To record with the camera standing for the last couple months, almost a year, doing videos for Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. So now with horizontal camera, it's hard to fit in the picture. Anyway. About I mean, they could be longer, it would look good, actually. Yeah. If I use the whole length, well, maybe not that big one, because it's just too big. So let's cut that one. Like, that one is so big it could be 2 poles. Let's get that lower, so where, yeah. moving too much. Let's use the teeth. That's better. That's better. Should break easily now. If you're having trouble, break a piece of wood, put it between, jam it between two trees. I told you about it yesterday. Might have to do it. But what I'll do is I know the cut is right here, so I'll just camera, tripod. Let's just use some power. Where's the cut? Right here. There you go. So I could have used the axe a little more, the hatchet, go a little deeper. But anyways, now we got the right length for that one, and the other one should do. So I'll reinstall the tripod and then put the pieces against the tripod to make a mini teepee. So how does that look? Not bad, because we got a teepee and a quincy right there. You just see the hole in the ground. So yeah, let's remove the chair, the luxury 5-star shelter. Yeah, with just a tripod and a tarp, you can do like a little shelter, cover from the wind. So you just tie it on this pole, go in the back, tie it on the other pole, and try to wrap it around here. But then the front is completely open, and now it's winter, so we want it closed somehow. So it's going to be a mini teepee instead. So the door is going to be right here towards the middle, towards the fire. That we may or may not do later, not tomorrow. So now those poles will go like this. Add a pole. Door is going to be here. Now I'm going to untie the ropes there and wrap it around the pole, and the poles sit on top of each other in a row. That's why we build a teepee. And because one time I built it, didn't know how, and it was like just putting on top of each other, it got really not the best teepee ever put up. So, and the crown at the top looked didn't look good. If you have a nice looking crown, then you know you've done it correctly. So that's just a branch I had used earlier. So let's collect the poles, bring them right here. All right, so poles are here. I won't show you, the light will fall. So I'll remove that tarp we put yesterday because it doesn't look good at all. We'll keep it for the big teepees. So like that one was first, and then we'll have to move those ones. They gotta sit on top of each other, one after the other, and then you roll. What? No, that's the first tripod. The teepee starts with the tripod and then put the poles around. So we'll do the same. We'll use the same rope, so I'll have to untie that and add the poles around. So let's do it. Okay, just decided to cancel the other one, like it's not needed. There's enough poles right now for a mini teepee. Looks good. So I'll go get the tarp. Okay, so I grabbed another piece of paracord. Oh, it is reflective. Nice. And the other tarp I got. Make sure you don't lose the package in the wind. And we're gonna wrap that around. Actually, because I need to tie all the holes at each pole so that it doesn't fly away, it stays. I'm gonna go get some of like little jute, I think it's jute, like rope I have in my bag. Little ficelle, whatever. So I'll go get that. It'll be better than a paracord that I would have to cut every, like to make like little like 12 inches piece that I can wrap around each pole at every socket. How do you say, like the O-ring on the tarp? So that'll be easier and better. We'll be back. Okay, so instead of paracord, I'll just get this, or you can use sinew. If you have some, add like little pieces, but they were kind of just little pieces. And yeah, when I told my friends like 2-3 months ago, almost, where I had the dream about living in the bush with shelters around the fire, many shelters with friends. Well, they knew I just had lost all my gear. Not much that I had, but all of it. So they gave me a knife, nice knife with an eagle, magazine, and some rope. So there you go. I'm using it now, building a shelter. So start at the door. So if I was organized and like I would like pre-cut that with a knife or scissors and then take a length that you need, fold it, get your knife in, and then cut it, and then I can just make it quicker. But I'm not organized, so I'll accelerate the video. Oh, don't walk with the knife blade standing up towards your face. Not a good idea. Okay, let's tour around. Just a joke, it's not over yet, but it was so windy, like I had to tie it somewhere. And does that work? Right there? How's that? Not bad. A little, I guess. So I had no idea how I would do the door yet, so like happen on the spot. Because it was windy, I tied it so that's like tie, now it lifted in the back. It's not pretty. I had seen a bunch of videos using saran wrap, or like wrapping, plastic wrapping to do the teepee. It's so much easier. Just go around and around and around and around. And then around this pole, I'm not too sure how you do the door. Yeah, I guess you can just use the stickiness of the plastic to build a door around the poles. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. We'll continue from here. Actually, would be a good door right there. Lift it up, but then I'd have to rotate the whole teepee. I don't know. That's where I want my door. Might be too big. I don't know. We're trying stuff, my friends, because I don't know what I'm doing. Like if you have a skirt, a tarp made for a teepee, then it's properly cut and stuff. the door. So what if I go in, lift it up and turn it? No, I'll finish tying the tarp and then I'll lift it up and turn it. That'll be easier. I think. Back. The door is back there. So we're learning. Looks good-ish. Alright, camera is gonna run out, so I'll finish tying and then we'll get back. We'll see how it goes. Can I hold that like that ish? Kind of works. Okay. Woo, kind of not work. So looks bad. So, and my entrance is through the top, which is kind of weird. Wait, there we go. Zoom. My nose is running, it's cold, my hands are frozen. Oh. But it is, I mean, protected from the wind, unless it would come straight from the front. Like, then I wouldn't be protected. But in here, I mean, it's good wind protection. So if you were to lay down, now the bottom, like the tarp is just stretching too much to go around. Like right there, it's way too high. But then the O-rings don't come with the poles to tie them, and it lifted. So what I would do, my nose, it's not coming out. Didn't work. So anyways, what I would do is go around. I'll take a shovel and put snow around at the base so that it's blocked with snow, just like we did the Quincy, which is completely hot in there. So build a mountain of snow around. I think that's how we're gonna fix that. For the door, well, there's this opening, I guess. This piece could go around. If I can use this O-ring or this one, and then you could temporarily for the night tie it up there, like this O-ring, use a rope, go around this pole, hold it together, so now you're completely blocked from the wind, and in the morning you just cut the rope and go out. I think that'd be, if you're really in a bad situation, that'd be great. And there's enough space in here. Now, like, that won't be perfect. Well, it's kind of perfect, actually. I mean, to hold the camera. Okay, I gotta hold the light and the camera. Give me a sec. How can that work? There we go. Light, action. So there we go. Add, not even close to pole. Legs. Can you see my feet? So, well, you could stretch. You could stretch. Go 5'10". Go all the way. Yeah. After all, it's not so bad. We'll fix it with snow for the holes, and now it's like we're gonna air the wind on the tarp, but it's good wind protection. And you could do a little fire right here because you got Yeah, the tarp is up to the top, so I don't have a chimney. We'll have to rethink that model. Okay, so because in a teepee you got an opening at the top, so there's your door. The tarps come together. You got sticks to hold the tarp like all around to hold together. And then, oh my god, my fingers are frozen. And you got a gap here for the hole, and then the flaps that you can control for the wind. So, well, you couldn't leave that open. When you close the door here, yeah, you got a bit of a chimney, like that. Can you see? Yeah, there's a chimney, so you could do a little fire inside, stay warm. The thing is, you want to fire in the middle, under the hole. So if you lay on the back there, around like that, make a little fire here, it'll be straight up. You could do a little fire, but essentially you're blocking yourself from the wind, because sometimes the wind is just so cold. So there you go. Okay, we'll pack snow around, and I think it'll be off for tonight because my fingers are frozen, my camera's draining, and I want to gonna go have dinner and maybe go do a little digging in the Quimsy, because the space is really small inside. I've slept for 2 nights, but if you want to make it like 6 stars, because it's already 5 stars, we'll make the space a little bigger, so it's easier in the morning when you wake up to get out of the sleeping bag, put your jacket back on, and go pee. Because sometimes I wake up, I have to pee right now, but it takes me like 5, 6, 7 minutes to get out. You gotta run. So to prevent from peeing myself, I'll make it the space in there a little bigger. Okay, frozen right now. I'm frozen fingers, but camera first, so I fixed it up with the light. Now gonna take the little shovel or the big shovel, gonna be quicker, and shovel snow around the base of the teepee to block the gaps that were caused by the tarp just not being made for a triangle structure for T. That you won't see the snow, but it's right here. Oh. Gloves first. I mean, I'm cold. It must be, I don't know, -20, and with the wind. With the wind, maybe it's colder. Could you see that? So this, when you're TP, is something that sounds like a good idea. Snow around it so it doesn't get cold inside. But be careful, because it tends to pack the teepee with smoke. So I learned that from keeping the fire in the teepees for the last couple of months now, and for like 2 days I didn't know, but I was just like in a very smoky environment. So somebody told me, yeah, just remove the snow on the side, and it worked. It cleared out. So, but to keep the warmth inside, it's gonna be great, because we don't want the wind. Just in the survival shelter like that. There we go. Okay, so I'll finish packing the snow and show you after, because the camera is gonna die if not. So my phone is freezing a bit. My nose is running. I fixed it. Oops. To grab something in my pocket, and tobacco ran out. My nose. So I just put snow snow here, the end of the tarp was going out like that, which I could have covered with snow, but I know that wet or you put snow on the tarp, it gets very slippery. So if somebody walks there, and I want somebody to flip and follow my Quincy, make this Quincy go down. Yeah, so you know, okay, I gotta do something. Normally I have a little towel in my pocket. I could use snow, I guess. If I had a little block. All right, thank you, Mother Nature, for this. So put it all around. Now we got the door that we can close from inside. Tie it with the O-rings. Not too high though. If I want to make a fire inside, that'd be too high. That'll block from having a chimney. So you could just use this one, and then you got the chimney right here. So you make your fire like there. So see, I flipped the tarp inside so that you don't slide on it outside. So if trying to kneel with the axe on the side is hard, so could remove that. So yeah, well, practically you can either make the fire outside in front of the door so it reflects inside and gives some heat, which would probably be the best and safest. I have the fire like right there in the little hole, or you could like open that completely, just cut the rope there, wrap it around this pole, and then have the fire right here, like where the tarp is, so the smoke goes straight out, and then you can lean the back. That'd probably be the best. Now if you want to cut the wind, like it's super windy, you would tie this O-ring here around the pole, like just use a bit of rope, tie it. Now you got a bit of a chimney. You have to stretch that, because if you make fire under, don't want because smoke gets pretty hot, so you don't want it to go in the tarp. Yeah, you can make a really little fire. Not a good idea. So I could have like we're learning. So your chimney, you want the smoke to go straight up, so you make the fire like right here, so it can go straight up, a really tiny fire, and then you'll have to lay like in the back there in like a demi crescent moon position, so that yeah. But okay, fire outside, don't do it inside, not a good idea. But if it's super windy, no fire. It's already warmer in here. Now you can close this off completely, and your body warmth is gonna stay inside. And because we put the little snow walls at the bottom, it's gonna keep good heat in here. It's already like my hands were frozen outside because of the wind, and now they're warm. So hey, it works. The shelter works. I may sleep here tonight. It's gonna be much colder than the Quimsy, but then I have a -40 sleeping bag, and I'll just put something like on the ground, the little inflatable mattress, mini one, just to stay warm in here. Yeah, and then maybe my friends, one of my friends will use the Quincy tonight. We don't know. So yeah, I might as well sleep here. It's not tempting, it's cold, but it's much warmer in here. So yeah, I'll patch the hole like with rope when I'm inside. I'll see you again when I'm ready for bed, I guess. No, I'll go And to make this place better, I don't know. My teacher, my YouTube teacher, because when I have a question, it's like, oh, YouTube, I'm gonna get knowledge. So I look on YouTube, and I didn't find how to make a tripod. I should have looked at survival teepees, because I was looking for tripods, but now that it's a little teepee, yeah, okay, I'll go inside. I'll go at my university, YouTube university, and YouTube, yeah. Dad joke. Not a dad, but I could be, because of the dad jokes. So, yeah, I'll look it up. I know with like the plastic wrap would be like really nice because it follows the poles that you have around, and it's nice. You go a couple rounds, it's thick and like it's almost as thick as that, but it's stretched, so you don't hear the wind all night, and the wind would not catch as much as in this tarp. Like if the wind blows really hard, teepee will hold because you put like little poles, like long sticks of wood that you can hammer in the ground to hold the tarp of the teepee. This one, and teepees are done. They come from the west, from the prairies. So the natives there used the teepees when they were traveling, and built them in fields. So they're really built to resist the wind. This one, well, it will resist wind, but it's not as amazing as like a teepee. But because I did it myself in a couple hours or less, even like if you add everything in total, pretty good. We'll see if I can spend the night here. I wanted to go back in my Quimsy and like make it bigger. I'll flip a coin. I never make plans. I let creator, or destiny decide for me. So we'll see. All right, peace and love, my friends. We'll see you before bed. So my friends, it's 1 a.m. It's time to get in the little mini-teepee. It's a bit windy. It's not windy. It's not too cold. I think it's -7, -10, something around there. So the tarp's gonna shake a lot. We'll try to attach it from the inside. I'm gonna get the stuff that I had on the bedding in the Quimsy right there. Put it all inside. Won't start a fire because like it would have to be such a tiny fire in there so I can control it with little twigs, and I need to stoke the fire every like 3 minutes. So I'd like to sleep instead. We'll get I'll get the -40 sleeping bag within another sleeping bag. So that was in the garage that I used yesterday just to put under. So I'll be like super extra cocoon. And I got a big shirt I bought as well, right here, that I could put on if I'm cold, but I might be too layered up inside there. So my friends, we'll see you inside. Okay, so we're in now. We're gonna patch that. It was simple. Just put a rope, limited on space, so couldn't fit the tripod. I'll talk to you when this is closed. It's gonna be disturbing with the wind this evening, but like, we got bags. There's gonna be bags within bags. We're gonna have the inception, the bagception. It's gonna be awesome and warm. And we're lucky it's really not cold tonight. Okay, so to get out now, that's the door. I need a knife. Cut the rope and cut the one behind there. So got my knife there. If for some reason, like I say, if for some reason I have to leave really quickly, then really weird sounds. And the wind on that's gonna be a little bit disturbing. If for some reason I have to leave very quickly, then I don't know, I can just lift the whole teepee up and go under. Yeah, not a little knife will do. Okay, see you like when I'm laying down and ready to sleep. I'll put the bag within the bag and hop in like a cocoon. Okay, my friends, must have taken me like 10 minutes to get in the sleeping bag within the sleeping bag, but it's gonna be a warm night tonight. We got there we go, Megase blanket I got when I was in Six Nations earlier, just before winter, and yeah, we'll be warm. Got many layers. The sleeping bag, I like cocoon completely, and I'll zip it up. It'll be over my face, and then I pull the string, and it's like leaves just a tiny hole so I can breathe. So it's gonna be a good night. Good night. And hopefully within the sleeping bag I hear the rest of the sound of the wind coming on the tarp. So yeah, if it's a cloth tarp, better I guess. This one cuts the wind more, but then it's noisy. Probably the satin wrap would have been better, but this is reusable, while satin wrap you have to throw the garbage after. So I like the reduce, reuse, and recycle. So my friends, see you in the morning. Now it's 1:30 a.m. so it's time for a good night. Time for a good night. But it's awesome that we built this shelter not in so much time. Well, it took 2 days, but because we didn't work so all day on it. Yeah, it's good. We'll make good dreams. See you in the morning, unless something happens, pack of wolves or comes and visit. See you soon. Bon appetit. Sleep well, my friends. Oh, you say like travel well, because we travel when we dream. So see you on the other side. Good morning, my friends.
Good morning. How are you
Good
doing
morning.
in that small igloo?
It was a good night. Didn't sleep too well.
Why?
The wind on the tarp the whole night.
Oh, the sound of it.
And do you want to be in the video?
Sure.
Okay. There's my friend Roya.
Hello.
So the wind blew this open, and then the snow was falling inside. So look,
Oh my God! How did
like
you
covered
sleep?
in the snow inside. But it was warm. It was warm in the sleeping bag, like too warm. I had to remove layers. I was sweating. I had to like open it a bit.
Oh my God!
So
I can't believe that you could sleep really inside the snow.
yeah.
Oh,
But I was protected from the wind
okay.
because I heard it.
Yes.
The little teepee was shaking all night, so it was like a shaking tent. And beautiful morning, lots of snow. Look at that.
Beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I love the snow.
So my friends, we tried another shelter. This one is not the best. Not the best. Because the wind blew the top open,
Yeah.
and snowed all inside.
Yes, yes.
So we'll be back in the Quimsy tonight, I think. Or another shelter we'll build today. Peace.
Peace. Put your mitts on.
No, I'll just get up.
You can get up.
Yeah. Would you hold that and film while I get out?
Yes.
The camera, yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So. Not easy.
No.
Whew.
Oh, you did great.
Oh, miigwech.
Make a witch.
So that was the shelter for the night. I mean, it got covered in snow, so it looked like protection from the elements a bit. It snowed inside. But Quimsy, much better protection inside.
Yeah, that is a better one.
So the teepee is covered in snow. The walls have been covered. It shook all night. It was a lot of noise, but now my friend Roya is here. Roya and her husband have been coming here for almost every morning, right? When the teepee was up, come in bringing Persian tea and porridge. It was so nice to see them. And they believe in the Baha'i faith, and when they told me about it, I've been talking with Planet Karma about all humanity coming together, that we're all humans. I've been talking about that for years, and that's exactly what the Baha'i faith is about. So I'm not saying that you all have to practice the Baha'i faith, but just be open, because we're all humans, we all have beliefs, and let's be respectful of all our beliefs. So let's mix a bit of native beliefs with the Baha'i faith. So I brought my drum, and we'll be playing a bit of drum with a prayer.
You put your mitts on.
Yeah, I'll put my mitts on, my cowhide mitts.
Oh wow, that is what my husband needs. He needs
Yeah.
the warm one. This is the warm one. When did you get it?
I got them on Manitoulin Island for. I wanted to make them. I was looking for the hides to learn to make. I wanted to make mucklucks, those long. What's it called? Long. What? Well, anyways, those long boots, and I was looking for the hide, and we went to a store, and I found the mitts, so I got them.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should-
So there's a drum. My friend, it was the first drum that she had made, and
Beautiful.
she gifted it to me while I was keeping the fire at her house after Christmas. For our other friend's grandson who was going through a tough situation, so we kept a sacred fire there, and she gifted me this drum. So I made this drumstick. I found a branch. It's crooked, but it's all right. And put some leather on there, and the colors, the ribbons. So
Pray. Okay, I'll do the Oh God Guide Me.
yes.
The prayer for children or for adults, for anybody. Oh God, guide me, protect me, illumine the lamp of my heart.
Oh, miigwech.
It's good.
Yeah.
So this one is for removal of difficulties, so children can play and do that, because this is just makes them nothing to say anything about all inclusive.
Mm.
There's
Yeah.
a connection.
Beautiful. And Roya gives me, so brings me tea and porridge every morning, and teachings. And this morning teaching was about bringing the kids, the children, like they need to be doing what we're doing here, building the Quincy, the teepee there. We need to teach people so that they can go and do it at their house, at their school.
Schools, yeah. You know, we have a school here, elementary. We have the high school here. They can just, you know, go and teach them how to do it. That would be great outside, especially in Corona time, when everything should be outside. This is one of the teachings. They can just spend an hour or more with their guidance teachers to be building igloo outside.
Yeah.
I think that is great. Yeah, please keep it up.
So there was the plan, my friend. Miigwech. So
Miigwech.
miigwech. We'll get all the stuff out of the teepee because it's covered in snow. Just hang it inside the garage so that it dries-ish for tonight. To get back in it in the what is it called again?
Igloo.
Well, the snow igloo or the Quincy. Quincy, there you go.
Is it Quincy?
Yeah, Quincy's snow igloo, and a bit of shoveling to do because now the snow is quite a lot of snow this morning. It's like blocking the entrance.
Yeah, that's right. You should make it extended. The entrance.
Oh, you mean like a...
Yeah, so that you can easily go out in and out.
Yeah, I need to make it a little higher, bigger hole, and then I'll dig inside to make it bigger, and maybe sing another song.
Go ahead. You'll sing it this time.
Yeah. This song is about the Great Spirit, God, the Creator.
That's beautiful. Very beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
It's called the Creator song.
That's beautiful.
Miigwech.
Miigwech.
Okay, so see you. Take everything out, and I want to do something special. Do a bit of grounding this morning since beautiful snow. My friend Lisette on her channel, she's been walking barefoot in the snow, and I've had a dream like a month ago. I was walking barefoot in the snow, and when I woke up I thought like, well, why would I do that? And I forgot about it, and 2 days after I was at my friend Judy, and she was healing me because of my shoulder pain and neck pain. And she said I needed to be grounded, that I needed to walk barefoot in the snow.
Oh, wow.
So I thought like, okay, well, that's confirmation. So this same evening, I was at the ranch. I was in the forest walking with the dogs, and I removed my boots and I walked in the snow in the forest, and it burned my feet for the first minute. But then I looked at the dogs and I thought, okay, if they can do it, walk bare paw, I can do it. And I walked for over 20 minutes in the snow, and it felt like really, really good. So we're gonna do that, taking the stuff out. We'll do it barefoot. And there you go.
Bye.
Okay. Time to remove those boots. Get grounded while taking my sleeping gear. Outside of the teepee. So let's. Oh, it burns at first. Oh. It is cold, it burns, but if the animals do it, I can do it. It is cold. Okay, let's go inside. Well, there's some good grounding for you. It's cold. I'll go warm my feet inside, dry them, and hang hang the hang the sleeping bags and all the stuff, so that'll be dry tonight. Go back in the Quincy, or maybe build another Quincy today. So my friends, will edit this video, upload it. It'll take a couple hours, and then work on another one. And got some calls to do today, some stuff to make happen. But we'll work on getting children as well to come and help to build more shelters so that they can learn and they can go do it as well. It's gonna be awesome. So my friends, peace and love. And remember, guys, when you do good things come back to you. Like the Persian tea that Roya and her husband Mahan are bringing every morning, and the porridge. Those are good things. Real tea from Persia. Really nice people. They live just up the streets. And when they saw the teepee the first time, Roya told Mahan, like, oh, let's go check inside. And they knew. They just knew in their heart that they would be welcome. And all people are welcome. The native people never close their door to strangers. So, such the welcoming, extremely welcoming people. Warm heart. And it's time for humanity to all come together. All nations. We're all equal, my friend. Peace. Oh, super grounded. with cold feet.